Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Mushroom Kingdom for the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament 2020. And tonight we've got a quad. On the left, from Group K, prieR57 versus ibuba7. On the right, from Group D, Dustminion versus ZodiacDredd. Good evening, hi everybody, and I am Leslie Pro. Tonight I am joined by Sharky2107. How you doing tonight, Sharky?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I'm ready for a great quad match here. So it's gonna be fun. I can
As
say that
if,
much.
hey, as am I, because we've already seen some really cool stuff in this quads up to this point, and we're wondering what tonight has in store for us. But to start, we have Tourney Flags 1, which for this tournament is different from past tournaments. The world order is vanilla as well, but guess what? You know what levels there are, but they're moved around.
Yep, they are, but you never know. We might have extra forts in each world. So if we get two forts in World 1 of the levels will be swapped out. So you might get 1-1 in maybe World 3 if there's less or one less fort. So a
Yeah.
few small things there, but we know what levels we're playing, pretty much. So I'm ready for this.
Oh, I'm definitely ready for this too. Oh, wait a minute. There's a thing I gotta do. Hang on. Gotta send them on their way.
Yeah, I'm sure they're ready to have fun.
Yeah, because guess who was gatekeeping? Me.
Well, I'm ready for the boss bass to show up to have some food. But will that happen? Well, we'll
I'm ready
find
for
out
the only
shortly.
person to have dinner out of everyone here is me and hoping Boss Bass goes hungry. But that's just me. And we're off, and it looks like we do have an extra fort in World 1. The question is, which fort is it? All four runners starting off by going for 1-4. Now you'll notice something different. No auto-scroller. That's because auto-scrollers are turned off. The only time you would see an auto-scroller in Flags 1 is if we happen to find 5-9. priER is through clean, as is...
Well, everybody else.
Yep. And we start with 5F2.
Looks like this will be the fort we need to complete because it's the lock that's in the way. And, well, we need it broken to, well, continue on. Otherwise, we can't go anywhere. So they did make a right choice of coming here first.
The fort being a different color might have tipped them off, if anything, because the World 1 fort, by logic, cannot be required because the logic always assumes that the runners are going to go for the item.
If everybody's making their way through,
right now, ibuba's taking off through 1-5. priER not too far behind, and on the right, both runners going through just as well. Dustminion with fire, able to shoot down some piranha plant.
you don't want to get nipped by one of those guys. They kind of hurt when they hit you.
Yep. And GamerCal in chat pointing out that earlier in this tournament, he actually clipped through a block in 5F2, which is possible to do because of how the game's clips work. And oh, hi, Boss Bass. How you doing?
Well, he's really trying to get some food. But, you know, they're fast enough. They could just outrun him. Or get killed by a star. Which is fine. The Boss Bass dies instead. Not bad getting a P-wing over that. Hammer bro.
Looking down at a Booba, we see that our first Koopaling is a 2-hitter.
And a little weak. So yeah, Koopa Kids, random HPs between 1 and 5. Really like to have it low. Real low. We don't want any Earthquake or 5 HP Koopas.
Yeah, Earthquake 5 HP Wendy, always a fan favorite, as everybody's clean through World 1. Did not see what that item was, but we got a very friendly fight.
Really. Ugh.
And not as friendly as I was hoping, admittedly.
And that was an anchor.
Now that's interesting, because the anchor can quite literally be any item other than a warp whistle. Because warp whistles are disabled, and and airships not flying out, so the anchor gets a purpose of a wild card.
Yep, we got people playing the in-card game. We got one match from a 10 coins, and we're not getting what it is yet. What you see on the in-card game is not what you're going to get. It is randomized, so you might get lucky, get a hammer suit. You might get a cloud. Both are useful. Even a hammer will be useful.
It is worth noting that for Abuba, this is it for him in group play. Will he be able to go up to 6-0 and get a good enough average time to take the top seed?
Going 6-0, we had a few people that's already went 6-0 in their group stage.
Yeah, out of our group, prieR57, one of them.
Yep, and he had a really good average.
Got a coin ship on prior's end, while Dustminion and ZodiacDredd are both opting to go. Game, what was that hitbox on Dustminion? I disagree.
Hitboxes, please.
Ooh, ZodiacDredd takes a Paragoomba to the face. Not a fun way to spend your day.
Just gotta watch out for this angry sun.
Oh! Speaking of, that combination of angry sun and Paragoomba trips up a Booba. Back to start, as prior's gonna get through Mortar Motorway quicker.
You do not want to take a death at the end of a level like that. It's happened to me many times. Just running.
Yeah, can confirm that's something you absolutely don't want to happen.
Yeah,
nice evasion by Booba to get through on that run. Dustminion flying up and over. This prior starts us off against Morton Koopa Jr., known as Big Mouth in the TV series, with ZodiacDredd getting a 5-star frog splash.
And we'll take the 5 up. Waste a little bit of time, but watching that cutscene, but you don't want to get a game over because that's going to cost you more time at the end. Because getting a game over means, well, you got to do the whole world over, with the exception of, well, the forts. Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, there's situations where you can take a game over, get your lives back, and have it not cost you that badly. Generally want to try to avoid that.
That pipe did not lead anywhere special, but we got 2 pipes at the beginning here. Well, pipe number 2 lead us to where we want to go to. Answer is yes. Do we have a...
I see what prieR did there. Using the anchor, hope it's a hammer. Turns out it's a cloud.
Ugh. Well, we got 2 forts here. We get the door fort.
Yep, door 6 fort. Or if you want to really go for some swag, you could go for the frame perfect input out of door 3.
A fun note, when me and Leslie schedule our matches, if we find this level, I'm going for that door 3. I already committed to that. At least try it once.
ibuba's going for a healing strat here. And that was the correct fort.
I'm mostly God 3 world, but that lock got in the way. Still, yeah, pretty fast world 3.
Got an end card game on ibuba's side, and we are already starting to see matches.
We got mushroom and a star, and a flower now.
And Wendy Okupa having some baconators, only 2 though.
Oh, one of the matches was a hammer.
Wow, that could be huge later on, as Dustminion went for the off-screen wand grab and missed it.
Ooh. I've only done that trick 3 or 4 times now. It's hard. It's tricky to do, though.
Yeah, the timing is tight.
And our reward for beating World 3 is a frog suit. It makes sense. You beat the water island area, the seaside area, you get a frog suit out of it. Perfect sense.
Yep, makes sense. Call it a souvenir.
Hotfoot, please don't troll.
Yeah, 4F2 can be tricky with that jump where in vanilla game you need to use the dry bones. Otherwise you have to wait out whatever's there to let it pass, and then just go for the jump with momentum. Otherwise you're not making it.
So we got a mushroom match this time. No peeking yet. Wow, that was a fast one-up. And move on up.
Nice shot.
Mushroom.
Now 4-5 is unique, and that is the only stage where the bullet bills actually turn back around, which in reality was the introduction of the homing bullet bill to the series.
Yeah, that's pretty good, but later on in his game series, well, they get more evil.
Case in point, Super Mario Odyssey. I believe prieR was checking for the pipe as we head into 4-4 in its regular spot. I mean, that does happen sometimes.
Yeah. We could have some vanilla things happen. But not too much.
True that, as ZodiacDredd is cleared out of World 3.
Yeah. Sub 12 minutes and everybody's in World 4. We're moving really quick.
Yeah, this seat's flying. Gamer Cal in chat with a nice little factoid about the boomerang bills. The color they flash is dependent on Mario's color. Because we're now in 4F1 and prieR does a face tank of the first enemy. Nice job going up and over that weird hot foot. It's not as shy as the other ones, it just holds still when you look at them. That's a star, man. That can mean only one. Orb.
Orb. And that boom was, well, fried. And there's our pipe. Our bridge. Why did I say pipe? I don't even know.
Yeah, we'll call it old habits die hard. As prieR extending their lead into World 5, ibuba's gonna have a bit of a rally in the back half. They want to catch up. And that cloud picked up might be just that, because prieR did not fight either Hammer brother on this side of the world. And a one-hitter.
Yeah, he's a weak dream.
Dustminions through both forts of World 4. Ibuba picks up the orb. Ibuba opting for the card game, and is correct in doing so because there is a hammer in one of the matches. I want to say it was the star, but it could have been the mushroom. prieR got tied up by a Micro Goomba there for a second, but is through, and ibuba's through the card game and has seen the matches.
And one of them looked like a hammer suit as well, so really loaded in card game. Hammer suit, hammer, cloud I think was in there as well. We got a lot of nice things in here.
Up next on the docket is 5-5, a rather technical jumping level in that you want to keep moving, because if you don't, those donut blocks will fall out right from Mario's feet, and that is not a fun way to end a level.
No, it's not.
And the fort is 5F1 ground fort, and it certainly is grounded, but to be fair, it is needed to build the bridge. Ooh, the Disco Waffle throws a speed bump on prieR57.
If I look at the map there, it looked like we won't have to worry about the tower climb in the seed at least.
And we're not going to have to worry about 5-9 either, as it is out of the way.
Hey, at least the runners will be happy about that.
Yeah, don't have to worry about an auto-scroller. As prieR is opting to cloud 5-7, not a bad idea. And that goes right to another stage that tends to be long in 5-3.
Yeah, well, they use their frog. Get that out of the way. Cause, oof, Ouch.
Ooh, that is a nasty enemy set, and that just tripped prior up. Do they have another cloud? No, so they're gonna have to play that. The Booba, on the other hand, is going into 5-7.
Not too bad of a level, though.
I understand why prior opted to cloud there, because it gets you to a pipe. Oh, hi, Boss Bass. But then the flip side is running into 5-3 on the other side. The Booba took an early death because he got pincer sniped between a Paragoomba and an Angry Sun in 2-1.
Yep, Zodiac.
And the Booba's pulled ahead by using a cloud to pass 5-3. Just like that. He is pulled slightly ahead. Meanwhile, Dustminion is holding a rather sizable lead at the moment over Dustminion. But we still got a ways to go.
Yeah, boy's a earthquaker.
Well, now we've seen them both, Wendy and Roy.
18-19, one grab for ibuba, and 18-26 for prieR, so 7-second difference, which is about between the two. With smart cloud usage, well, here he proves it could turn any match in any way.
Yep, all it takes is one different decision that goes your favor, and you're right back into it.
Wow, 3 forts right on that screen. Let's see if any runner decides to gamble on the first one. And no, they don't. I do not like this level.
This level can get pretty nasty, especially later on.
If I have a cloud, I would use one in here.
If I had a cloud, I would have played the fort and skipped this, but that's just me.
Wait, is this a level that you could P-wing over, or
Nope.
the other level?
That would be 6-9 as prior takes a death to the spiky fish. I do like— oh no, ibuba! After all that, to get gobbled up by Boss Bass? Oh! Oh!
That's gonna hurt. Later.
That hurts! That hurts to bear witness to.
And that was rude.
prior loses the fire flower, but the last fireball did snipe out one of the bloopers. Oh no, ibuba ran right into that one with the old 6-1 Boss Bass ambush. prior doesn't get grabbed by Boss Bass and is through 6-6.
You gotta be careful. We don't want to get. We already had. At least Boss Bass had this launch already. Twice. And prior finishes the in-card game.
Now, Dust is using a Starman to take on the Sledge Bros. Always a smart strat to take a Starman into a Hammer Bro fight, because you never know, you could wind up on a water level with Fire Bros, in which case you really need it.
And that pipe looks like Boss Bass. And I'm not even paid. Wait, did Zodiac get that one grab? Or
Zodiac's a bit high. Meanwhile, prior got ambushed by the Boss Bass. Almost got ambushed a second time. That 6-1 ambush Boss Bass, I swear, has gotten more runners than any other boss bass I can think of, because the amount of times that that's gotten me, more than I would care to remember. Now that's kind of funny about the locks. Meanwhile, ibuba's already heading out of World 6.
Yep. I think each runner has their fair share of hammers, because we've seen quite a bit, though, of them.
We've got Carpet Fork for priER, 6F1 for ZodiacDredd.
Can we get a star at the end of here? Nope.
No star. And a pretty tough shrimp this time.
5-hitter. Oof. When are we going to get randomized HP for Boom Booms?
I think the issue with that, and this is just me remembering from the last time it was asked, is that the issue there is that randomized HP throws off how its AI behaves, as ZodiacDredd has run into 6-6 with priER in 6F2.
And I think we just got to Nuki. And we got 3 pipes at the beginning of World 7. Oof.
And we're already at the end of World 7, and ibuba's just gonna do the hammer and music box strat. World 7 already in the books, potentially.
Well, if you blinked, you probably just missed it.
But a world that has 7F2 in it is one where blinking and missing it isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, ibuba didn't even do any of the
priER into 6-4 now, as ZodiacDredd's closing in on the end of World of... Yeah, never mind. But either way, ZodiacDredd's out of 6-6, Dustminion on to 7, ibuba en route to World 8.
24, just over 24 minutes in. We might have another sub 30. I don't think we have many sub 30s. I know I have not even came close, eyeballs pass, to a sub 30, let alone a sub 40.
Boss pass in a bit of an obnoxious spot, but when you go through the pipes like that in 6-5, the big fish disappears. And that's a plus.
Ooh, Zodiac's dodging it. Boss pass like a pro.
That was a very good dodge as ibuba goes through super tanks like a pro.
And this is only the first flag set. Wait till the next flag set. It's gonna be even more fun.
Watching where the pipes go on ibuba's side to see, does he find the right one? Nope, gets grabbed by a hand stage. Now the hand stages in World 8 are going to be the usual hand stages with the item at the end, and they will be an item of somewhat, well, questionable value, leave it at that. Tanuki suit, not bad.
Not what you want to see, to be honest.
So Dustminion about a full world ahead of ZodiacDredd, as Dredd's in the World 6 airship, Dust in the World 7.
Yeah, priER kinda went through a few extra levels, not knowing that pipe will lead him closer to the end.
Yeah, that's why priER's still in World 6, now going in through 6-9. And ibuba fires Boom Boom. Literally.
Unfortunately, Zodiac kinda took a death on the Koopa there.
Taking a frog suit into 6-2.
Ribbit. And we're back in this handbridge area.
ibuba's thinking about it, opts not to play the fort.
If you're there, I would consider it. And gets grabbed by a hand stage right here. With no completing this, we'll get another free Tanuki. Gotta love Tanuki suits.
Yeah, second hand stage, the middle one.
The question is, how many bridges do we need to complete to get through to Bowser's Castle?
3.
3. Ooh.
And 8-1 as the gatekeeper.
Oh, I think they have clouds, so you can, in theory, skip over it. But if you die in Bowser's Castle, that's gonna hurt because you're gonna have to do 8-1 anyway. There are 4 forts here in World 8, so high chances which forts you probably need to beat. Most likely, we're gonna see all 4.
Yeah, this is one where you play it safe and you play all 4. Even if one of them isn't required, because that covers your chances. Because chances are, if you do skip one in this situation, the one you skip is the one you need. Why is that? The game knows.
Yep. We already beaten one one fort level on a way over, so because it was in our way, so that's taken care of.
ibuba's jumping into 8-4, the Dark Door Maze. Now, prieR's in World 7, ZodiacDredd on their way out of World 7. And we can say the same for prieR as well.
Yeah, we got a lot of clouds and hammers still.
And ibuba makes the one cycle. But prieR slipped.
Oops. Decided to use a P-Wing this time. Well, makes it way easier. I do not like World 7 airship.
Yeah, it's, I believe, the longest auto-scroller in the game. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that's what makes this a bit of a drag, really.
I think is it 4 the slowest? High jumper. Isn't it 4 the slowest of them all?
Yeah, because I think the screen scrolls at a rate of like 4 frames per second or something like that. As prieR appears to be in position to get the screen wrap. Yep, prieR's got the screen wrap, while ibuba has the bridges built and is on his way to the final battle.
Yep, 31 minutes in, tries to clip in. Zodiac gets the information that he needs to beat a few more forts. Which ones? Well, we kinda already know this answer, but they're gonna find out the answers for themselves here shortly. Everybody is in World 8, so this is going to be a close race throughout.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a fun finish. Now what ibuba's going for is he's trying to clip through this wall.
Second try.
And it's worth noting that while this is slower, The recent changes to Bowser Castle in the randomizer make this significantly safer. So for now, for ibuba, it's hi Bowser, bye Bowser.
And thump. And we're waiting for the fanfare to finish. Go through the door, etc., etc.
Get your GGs in chat for ibuba, who wins their matchup as well as takes first place in the quad.
Yep, 32-25 official SRL time roll.
Outstanding time. It was looking like it was gonna be a potential sub 30, but then the randomizer said not so fast.
Yep, World 8, the great equalizer. Even prieR had the early lead through the first, what do you say, 5 worlds or so? And one cloud usage changed that.
Yeah, that one cloud usage definitely swung the pendulum of momentum back in ibuba's favor, and he just ran with it.
And this minion is in 8-1. Decides not to cloud it. I don't know if they have any clouds available or not, but probably the safest approach, just in case you slip in, well, Bowser's Castle. You do not want to do that.
Yeah, you definitely don't, especially after clouding a level, because then you have to play the level that you clouded over just to get back to where you were.
And personally, I hate 8-1.
Eight-1 is not a pleasant time as Dustminions built the bridges, and now on their way to face Bowser. GamerCal brings up a good point in chat. prieR, by not using a hammer in World 6, wound up playing a number of extra levels, as now prieR sees that 2 more bridges need to be built.
Dustminion tried to clip, doesn't get it, but let's see what lasers will be shot at about the top area. First one was, but the question is, will the last one shoot at you?
Whoa! There was the laser and he slips right through! Holy smokes, Batman! You blink, you miss it, and Dustminion slips through and takes it!
Yep. They win their matchup for their group against Zodiac. Meanwhile, a fire broke kind of got in the way there. And that's going to be a toasted Mario, but
I think that was the handstand.
yes, it was.
Meanwhile, the time for that is a 35-18 for Dustminion, second in the quad. More importantly, the win in their matchup, which I believe is their first, as prieR overshoots the door and slips. So both the remaining runners, prieR and ZodiacDredd, in the Dark Door maze. Dredd almost towards the end, just misses the door cycle by a hair.
And let's see. They're going for that wall clip. Gives it a couple tries, does not get it. That's just fine.
I like this strategy divergence here, as prieR ran through small, don't have to wait out the conveyor to start, while Zodiac went in with fire. Both are viable strats for that, in my view.
Now Zodiac goes back. I think they know they need to be a few more forts. priER does continue on phase this area. Oh, rocket wrenches are not nice.
No, they aren't. Can confirm. And while the I am not sure what that hitbox was, but priER takes down the sledge growing, picks up a Tanuki suit. The plain old tank level does give you an item for clearing it.
Yeah, I still don't know what happened, because it looks like you went through the sledge bro.
Yeah, I've seen some odd stuff as the block at the top of the pipe in 8-1 giving out a super leaf, and that's a special one that turns Mario directly into Raccoon Mario without needing a super mushroom. And ZodiacDredd comes up short on the jump down the pit. No Cloud either, so has to do this straight up. Meanwhile, priER overshoots the jump in Air Force. And looks like Zodiac missed the bounce there.
8-1, being a troll right now.
Well, that's randomizer for you. Sometimes the game gives and it takes, and right now it is being demanding and taking.
Ooh, Mr. Koopa.
That is a tough level to get hung up on.
Yeah, it has a couple, and that one other leaf out there expense, but you don't really want to use all your items in it. Ugh.
No, you definitely don't. He's setting up to fly at this point. For that, I do not blame them one bit. Nice bounce off the bullet bills to ice the level and got through. So now ZodiacDredd's in Bowser's Castle. priER's not going to be too far behind with this item usage. Buckle up, folks. We could have a barn burner of a finish here.
Yep, both of them are in Bowser's Castle. priER does have a
Gets the everyman clip.
You gotta watch out for Disco Waffles.
Yep, Roto discs are not your friends. Dredd's
Zodiac.
trying to clip through it to Bowser, as mentioned before. Gives up after a few tries to take the path. This can be tricky, but it was done once before, as now priER doing the same thing. Nice short hop to get over the laser. ZodiacDredd is through. Hi, Bowser. Bye, Bowser. And priER's through, too. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be a close time, Sharky.
Yes, it is. Who's coming out? Who's going to get that dot done and the fastest? Is a question.
I'm going to wait until they're both through.
And now.
They're both through. Our times are 41:49 and 41:41. ZodiacDredd takes third by 8 seconds.
Nah.
Very well done. Get your GGs in chat for both.
Have all the GGs out for all 4 runners, though. But this is still not it, because we still got one more match for the second flag set. Who's ready for this? Because I know I'm ready for a second flag set. I'm sure they are.
Oh, I am too. And with this second flag set, it's basically just like all the... It's like last year's flags too. Most everything is shuffled. And the fort shuffle does add a new ingredient of difficulty.
I guess we're going to take a small break while we get set up for the second match.
So the seed has been rolled in the IRC. Chat, I put it to you guys. What world will we see first between worlds 1 and through 7?
That's a good question. What are you thinking in this one?
I was on commentary for the traditional order. How about we throw a different wrench in it and say, let's start a reverse order by going 7.
Ooh. You know what? I'm going to go with 4 in this one. But would it be hilarious recalling a race that is vanilla world order on flags too? Because hasn't it happened once at least?
Yes, I was on commentary for that one, Sharky. So to see it happen the reverse order would be insane.
You know what? Let's go for it. Let's get 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 8. Too bad we can't start in 8 and have Bowser's Castle in World 1. That would look awkward.
Would also be hilarious.
If that could be done, I'd be impressed. But I doubt that could work.
And we are just about ready to go for race number 2. For ibuba7, chance to go 6-0. For Dustminion, a chance to even up at 2-2, while for ZodiacDredd, a chance to get on the board for this tournament.
Yeah, but you seen last race? Anything could happen.
Oh, absolutely. This randomizer's like a number of others that I've played. The rando don't care who you are or what your PB is. Just about, I'll put it this way, anyone can beat anyone on any given day.
Exactly. Because I think, was it last tournament where I came from behind and ended up sniping a win out of one of my matches? But we got the Sky World to begin with.
And 4F2 to begin with on top of it, and prieR did not get enough momentum on that first jump. That requires a running jump in order to be able to clear.
And fun note, we have a blue fort. If I'm not mistaken, does that break the lock up in the sky?
Yes, it does. The blue one always breaks the lock upstairs, while that brown one is going to build the bridge downstairs. Meanwhile, we found a hand level, which in flag set 2, they appear at random. But when you do find them, you're all getting the same item, which in this case is a music box.
Not so nice. But, you know, it could be useful when we find World 7 and maybe get a hammer on top of your head. That's gonna hurt, but...
Yeah, that's gonna put Mario into concussion protocol. And then he gets clipped up by a tube sock. Yikes.
Jeez, Hammer Bros throwing socks. Hi, Boss Bass. How you doing way down there? Not really a factor.
And prieR's just waiting on the Hammer Bro to duck down. Well, not like that.
The other one's
But I
like,
guess that
I'm
works.
done. Yeah, the other one's like, I'm done. I'm just going to jump in the lava.
Meanwhile, we've got Boss Bass on the outside of the tower. Not able to do much of anything, though. And next stage on the list is 4-3, but for Dust, it's a Hammer Bro. This one giving out a mushroom.
Pipes. I don't think they lead to each other. One of them might lead downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one's gonna lead back to the ground, to the other side, where those two Hammer Bros were. Not worth going back in this case.
No.
The boob is ignoring the Hammer Bro, finds themselves in 3-7 with a Boss Bass and then a Starman that goes the wrong way. prieR out of lives. This is becoming a bit of a precarious situation, as a game over would send them back to the start of the seed.
Yeah, you will have to beat a hammer.
And meanwhile, Dustminion gets gold.
Is this like the third Boss Bass we've seen already?
Yeah.
And you didn't roll this one this time, so we can't blame you.
No. I did the first one. Somebody else rolled the second one. I'm gonna leave it at that. Dustminion getting caught by the Paragoomba. Well, not the actual one, the one that just jumps up and down. ibuba, on the other hand, is through the sky and is now about to move on to something else. What world, chat? 1 through 4, 6, or 7?
No, I'll go with 5.
We just did 5.
Oh wait, I can't count because I forgot. Anyways, why did I say 5? I don't know. I meant to say 3. Hey, look, the boss bass is running. It knows you have a star.
Yep.
It's like, don't kill me! I'm running! No!
And we start off Giant Land with Desert Fort. The question is, does this build the bridge or break the lock?
Good question. Well, we find out here in a minute.
So you've got both Dustminion and ZodiacDredd on the airship, which is the World 7 airship, and Royal Koopa being a one-hitter.
The Wikoopla. I don't know if he's an earthquaker or not, because I don't think he jumped. Well, at least I didn't pay attention.
Might have on Zodiac's side, and I didn't see it, as Ibuba gets caught up between the hot foot and the hot foot. That is gonna be needing something for athlete's foot.
Let's see, will everybody actually gamble on this fort? Looks like Zodiac will gamble as well, because it is a 50-50. I typically will as well, because you don't want to go back to the beginning.
Yeah, it's a safe play to take care of a fort that's right there.
I'm just glad boss basses cannot enter forts.
For now, I mean, imagine if that changes in the future. That could be straight up terrifying.
Fire boom boom.
I didn't see what that did on the map. That appears to have been the correct fort, as the lock is there, but the bridge has returned. Well, this is going to be a very quick World 4. Just has to play through our coin ship level, which is an auto-scroller vanilla. Here, with auto-scrollers turned off, you're not going to see that. Oh, and speaking of, there are beta levels in this flag set where one of them is indeed an auto-scroller. As ZodiacDredd takes a death to the sledge grow.
I just noticed Pierre kinda took a different route in the first world. Because he came out of a pipe near the castle. Oh, a hammer! Nice.
That's a nice prize that can be very useful. While Dustminion skips over the hammer, bro, with a well-timed frame input to the left, where you can hold that button while the screen's transitioning, and you'll skip that every time.
And Zodiac's going into this level?
Zodiac taking them on and winning.
And a P-Wing for their issues, and looks like we got World 7 now. And getting I believe, a mushroom for their efforts for beating that last world. Not too bad at all. It's a free hit, as I call it.
We've got prieR in Desert Fort as Ibuba's starting to figure out this World 7. What we can tell you is where he winds up, lots of pipes.
How many coins do they want to wire you? Jeez.
And it looks like ZodiacDredd has gotten the screen wrap to the bottom. As Ibuba makes the piranha plant take a nap. Has to play the fort in its Air Force.
Yep, we're taking it to the sky. See, this would be perfect if this fort was actually like in World 5. You're in the sky anyway.
So this matchup is on the left, Group K, prieR versus ibuba7. On the right, a Group D match between Dustminion and ZodiacDredd. And that first Piranha had a music box.
Oh, look.
Meanwhile, that matchup on the right is neck and neck.
Oh, yes, they are. They're almost in sync, too. Just watch your foot and not jump to the abyss below.
Very easy to take a death here, and all it takes is one missed jump to do that.
There's about 1 second difference of that. 3 hits for a boom boom, that's 1, that's 2 and 2, and that's 3 and 3. We're flying.
Yeah, right now ibuba's already through the. Whoa, look out! Moonshoe's Ludwig.
That's the. He likes to jump high. Maybe he plays basketball. You never know him. In the hitbox.
Well, there's one problem with jumping high, as we just saw there on ibuba's side. You jump high like that, you wind up getting hitboxed.
I've died so many times because of that myself.
Oh, you've seen me do that a few times on the weeklies, and you hate to see it happen.
But
meanwhile, our virtual synchronization continues as both runners are into the airship. It's the World 5 airship. Well, ibuba's on to next world. What's next world, Chad? Is it 1 through 3 or 6? It's 1.
We do have a hammer, so we could skip a lot of this. But we don't need to play that forts now. Well, we know this much is not World 1 fort, because
it might be. Yeah, it seems that hitboxes tend to be a suggestion in these older games.
Time to go back a little and play a mini game. We got a star match. I think we've seen a mushroom. Yes, we have. And another star, lovely. Of course, the 2 matches we found. And now we know where some things are. A Tanuki and a leaf. Oh yeah, because the luck was there, so that fort can be 1-1. I'm at 1 fort. Because I thought that fort was luck was 1 lower.
Yeah, if it was 1 lower, then it really couldn't have been that, but it could have been a number of other things. Not all of them pleasant.
I know which fort we do not want to see. My least favorite of all, obviously.
Oh, it's the least favorite of a number of us in the community. As prieR's just about through Air Force. We've got both runners are through the card game, and here we go. This is where things get interesting.
And they're still like a second apart. I gotta love this.
Oh, so do I, and look out. Earthquaking Koopaling, but that only appeared to be 2 hits.
Not too bad. And look, we got an evil sun. Not really a factor at all. And avoids taking the 3rd star. Doesn't want a 5-up, but gladly will take a 1-up. And we got a P-Wing here. Does mean he's kind of got a little larger gap, but it's still anybody's game. And we got World 2 on the map next, so we're just missing 2 different worlds now.
Ibuba's finding themselves running through 7-3. The randomized power-ups, you're not guaranteed to be able to do the Starman combination, but if you start the level with a star, you're going to be doing that anyway.
Yep, looks like we got a 10-second difference between the 2 runners there.
Yeah, we do. Dustminion and ZodiacDredd are putting on a show right now, that's for sure.
Oh, the lock placements there. That one is out of the way.
And that's a vanilla star for 7-3, having a power up that's not quite randomizing your favor, except when the star runs away like that.
I think they used the hammer, so they don't have a hammer right now. So they call for Zodiac clearing this fort out. The question is, will it be the correct fort?
Ooh, prieR running into trouble in 2-5. 2 forts, ooh boy. That is sending Dustminion on a retreat back the other way.
And that is the right fort because one lock is not broken, so therefore the fort on the fortress is the right fort to beat.
Ibuba taking the lower route for 5-2. You do not see this every day, folks.
The only time I see is when I screw up the jump.
Used to see this all the time as a kid. This is a longer passageway, and you've got enemies throwing the white magic blocks at you.
Yep. Yeah, see this?
So he broke the block by accident. Ooh, I've played that before. Yeah, that's rough.
And Zodiac's playing a memory match game, getting a few. We'll finish it off so we know what we're going to have here. Let's see. We got a hammer out of it. Ooh.
Nice. Ibuba's about to clear their card, and we got the 7-3 beta on Dustminion's side.
Oh, Zodiac using both hammers.
Caught by the Lakitus cloud.
Oh no. But the thing is, Dustminion does not have 2 hammers. So they cannot do that. So they're going to have to play a few extra levels. So that's going to give Zodiac a decent sized lead right now.
But we'll see if that comes into play later, as Ibuba did not play the fort needed to be played to break the lock, just played through it straight. Hopefully they have another hammer, otherwise they're going to have to make a backtrack detour.
Meanwhile, well, we got everybody in World 5 all of a sudden.
And Big Mouth Koopa, as he's known in the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon, thick.
He earthquakes. And overall, Zodiac took the lead between everybody. Just like that, the hammer usages pays off big, but at the end, can it be the winning play, or will there be a different usage of a hammer later that could cost them?
Good point. As mentioned in chat, Double Hammer is out for World 3 by opting to double hammer in 2. we shall see how it plays out as we get the quicksand level with a Cheep Cheep. Probably the one thing I don't want to see tailing me in this level.
Still anybody's game.
That's the beauty of these randomizers. It's not over till somebody .duns in the IRC. Ooh, unfortunate death for prieR, as I think the hitbox ruling went against them.
And that Cheep Cheep said hi. On ibuba7 side.
As does 5-9. One of the auto-scrollers that remains in the game because, well, I remember when they were trying to test this level out without the auto-scroller, it didn't work out. The level was unbeatable, so the auto-scrolling had to remain.
Which is sad. But recently, they did add the last beta level, because they got it to work more recent. So, hopefully we could see that level. But the question is, will we find the city of Atlantis? Oh, hi Cheep Cheep. Try and jump out after door 6.
Yeah, that's why you gotta be ready to get sniped. Ibuba thinking about it, and he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna climb this. We got super tanks in World 3. Good and careful movement by prieR to beat the Hammer Brothers on the ice. That can be difficult, as that ice can cause you to slip and slide right into them. Looks like Dustminion got caught in the quicksand level.
And we find a pipe that leads out of this world. And well, we know what's next.
Yeah, it's a World 1 airship, but with Wendy Koopa at the end.
A decent sized jumper.
The bigger problem with this fight are those rings.
Ooh,
Not to worry, ZodiacDredd has beaten what could have been a dreadful boss.
Well, she did have 5 max HP at 5, so...
Yep, it's the fish that are the real final boss of this game.
I'm just noticing on prieR side, how come there's a Luigi cleared thing?
That is a very good question. I'm not sure I have the answer to that one.
Because I just noticed that. It's like, wait, there's an L, but there's no Luigi's here. Okay, maybe he's dressed up as Luigi, but that's not the point. That's the first time. I think that's the first time I've seen that.
Meanwhile, ibuba's through Wendy. ZodiacDredd's already in the first sport of World 6. Even though it's 6F3, it's first by position. And we run into 6-6 for the second seed tonight. Unfortunately, that fire flower won't do Dredd any use even if they go up to get it, because it would just be Super Mario, and Dredd runs right into a blooper. They do have a P-Wing, which they're using, but it's not gonna help them fly up and over. Sorry, Dredd. Game's not gonna let you do that.
I've done that a couple times because, wait, I always forget. This is not the level. It's the other level I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's 6-9 where you can do that.
I probably just got them mixed up, is my guess. You just gotta be careful in this stage, because I personally hate the stage.
This is another stage that's not on my nice list. Ooh, sniped by the nanny blooper. Meanwhile, ibuba7 also in 6-6.
And this time Zodiac decides to take a star power up. That's going to help just a little, but not too much, but you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, the fire flower can be helpful, but blooper movement can be rather tough to work around, admit. And that mushroom's going the wrong way!
See, the game knows! The game knows what you're up to, and decides, okay, you're going to do this, so I'm going to do this in return.
Now, this is where things tend to get nasty, as Dustminion gets taken out by Wendy. Dredd's out of that dreadful mess.
And, yeah, here we go again. Pierre's not happy finding 5-9.
Is anybody?
And I think I remember having a seed where the first level was 5-9. It's like, really, game? I do not want this level.
So this time around, we got an angry sun in 2-1. And it's a much nicer, cleaner finish. Meanwhile, Dredd's in the dark door maze. And ibuba7's out of World 7, excuse me. Eesh. I was thinking vanilla game for a second there.
Well, it's not vanilla. I just noticed this. ibuba7 took the lead overall.
Yep, that he did. Dredd went back to play forts, and that's the door clip for World 8 Fort, for those who are wondering. Now, interesting to note, the All-Stars version of this game moved the door away from the wall, so that can't happen there.
That's not fair. The game knows, like, wait, you don't want that.
Dredd's now running through 2-3. No boss bass, thankfully, because that fish can make this level a nightmare. Those fire chomps are not going to do any favors. And a fire snake. As prieR gets taken down by Wendy Okupa.
Ooh, nice stretch by ibuba7 there. Getting through the ice fortress, flying underneath. Doesn't fall in a pit or anything. Takes out the ibuba7. Just as easy. But the question is, how many forts will we have to play to get to Bowser's Castle?
It's a good question. I'd start by clearing this first screen. Meanwhile, Dredd having all kinds of trouble just getting to the pipe. And speaking of trouble, Wendy's giving prior trouble.
The speed strats in that level by Bubba, which I could never do for some reason.
I don't typically P-Speed 5F2, I usually just keep an even pace, go with the flow, stick with the pattern. Oh, and I think that was the first frame of the one spawn, and now Wendy's just bodying prior left and right. Using all the music boxes.
You had how many of them? One? So like 5, 6? I lost count.
At least 5.
Too bad they don't stack. Imagine they stack, and that's like what, two levels per use. That's a lot of that's a long time we've been active for, but they don't stack. Gotta watch out for the wheat rings.
And then another bad hitbox ruling. Oh no, and speaking of bad, we find 7F2 in World 8 as the super tank fort. Oh boy.
Well, we found it. Do we want it? No. But ibuba makes it like nothing.
Impressive use of the P-Speed strats there.
Meanwhile, Perry gets Wendy with the P-Wing.
Dredd, meanwhile, takes down Bear Koopaling fight, as prior does get the vertical screen clip. Nope, prior's at just the right height, Wolfman.
And ibuba wasted a P-Wing. And I'm already lost in this World 8.
Yeah, World 8's known as the Great Equalizer because it's quite easy to get lost. The tank level being 5-1, you could fly to get a power-up here, but it's rather late in the proceedings, and yeah. Why waste the time when you don't have to?
Oh look, we got a hand stage. It's been a while since we last seen one.
Yeah, unfortunately, the power-up's gonna be a music box, as ibuba finds the path!
And no! Forts are required, just a straight path. No hammer suits this time. Tries a clip. First clip doesn't get it. Let's see if it gets a second clip. No, but well, very guaranteed. Most likely to get the next clip. Fun note: these disc waffles can be random, rotate in a random direction, but in this case, it decides to be nice.
Yeah, it's always nice to see ibuba going for the clip again.
Third try.
Gets it. Now the only thing standing between ibuba and a perfect 6-0, 35 fireballs. Meanwhile, prior takes the death in 6-6 as ibuba's teeing off on Bowser with the fire. Gets a squat stretch, working the mash, and with that, ibuba7 is going to dine on Koopa Soup tonight.
Yep. Gives Elizabeth a fanfare. Their victory. Wait for the door to open. And for the time of 33-34.
Get your GGs in chat as ibuba joins the 6-0 crew.
Yep, congrats to them on that. We'll probably find out if they want to join us here in a minute for an interview.
Meanwhile, Dredd misses the speed jump and falls down into a lava bath. Well, the toll for the Tunnel of Love today appeared to have been the P-Wing that Dredd was using. Nicely timed on that slide to get through unscathed, and now boom boom. Nicely done on 2-3 by prieR. Dredd's figuring out which way to go. Heads into 5-1. That is a very good average for those 6 matches. prieR comes up with the cloud. As Dredd's through 5-1. Question is, who finds the way to Bowser first? And Dustminion finding 7F2. No way of knowing if that was needed to break a lock or not. But what we do know is Dredd is through to Bowser's Castle.
Yep. Did equip his fire suit, so...
As we've got prieR about to join us in World A. Dredd's going for the top path. Gotta be careful here.
Yep. You do not want a random fireball to say hi to you.
In the wrong spot. But that was a very friendly pattern. Oh, but gets hit. So now from 35 fireballs to breaking the floor.
And you can take a little small nap. Fun note, bottom of Bowser's hitbox does not even exist.
Yeah, kind of like his ego. It's in his head. One more stomp for ZodiacDredd. And that'll do it. So long, King Bowser. What I can tell you is that ZodiacDredd is on the board for the 2020 tournament with an official SRL time of 38 minutes, 7 seconds. Get your GGs in chat.
Yep. We're probably going to find out if they want to join in as well.
Dustminions found the way to Bowser. I would agree with that as well. This second seed was the tougher one, I think.
Yeah, they both had its toughness, so. Dustminion, it did find a path. Just a little bit away.
requires in 5-1. I believe this was on the required path. So now for Dustminion, 35 fireballs. That's all it'll take. Draws them away to where to get some good shots off. Timing his jumps nicely, and well, that's an upside down Bowser sprite I have not seen yet.
Wow.
Honestly, that looked like Bowser was about to be on the wrong end of an Undertaker tombstone pile driver. But regardless, Dustminion is through with an official SRL time of 40 minutes 4 seconds as prieR is in Bowser's castle.
Yep, another close one at the end, too.
Indeed.
Oh, gets hit. Can't do the clip.
Ooh.
And the disco waffle kind of said, hello. Oh, boy.
Swag here.
Can we get a frog suit kill?
It would be quite amusing to see, but with the frog suit, you can't duck, so no hot waiting in the shadow of Bowser's hitbox. It's unfortunate, but, well, that's the price you pay.
Ooh, gets close to that disco waffle there. Sneaking up to the edge. Gotta be careful because we don't want toasted frog, I don't think.
Nah, not the time for toasted frog legs. Took a number of frog safer jumps and did really well to make it that far with the frog suit. And then mistimes the jump and gets roasted by a Potabo.
Man, no more. Well, they do have a cloud in their inventory, but that's not going to do anything. Let's get some hype in the chat, though.
Managed to save it.
There is a possibility of two, items they could grab if they really want to take them. But
prieR just wants to be done with this. Going for the top route. Has to be careful though, because there's no freebies like in the past. However, this fireball pattern turned out to be extremely friendly. Now for the final part. Bowser slamming through the floor.
Yep, just put your controller down and relax.
Well, you gotta be careful of where Bowser's head is because you could be in the wrong spot and one fireball in the wrong spot and you can take a death right here.
And that would be not fun to see. One more jump for Bowser.
One more crash through the floor, and we can officially say, so long, King Bowser.
Yep. Wait for the music to play, go to the door, and we'll find out the official SRL time.
And get your GGs in chat for prieR57, who raps with an official time of
43:45.
Hang on, I gotta fix something here.
And that was both interesting races there.
Yep, that they were. Yeah, we got some runners coming in for interview.
So,
Oh,
I'm not
hello.
surprised.
and
Hello.
GG's, guys.
JJ's guys, we've got ZodiacDredd, ibuba, and prieR57. Hey, the whole gang's coming in.
Oh, okay.
The
Hello,
whole team.
everyone.
Everyone's here.
GG to everyone.
So we just doggy piled into the room like the Three Stooges.
Well, in this case, the 4. Because we got everybody here.
Oh my goodness.
So, what do you guys think about the second seed?
That World 5 was the saddest desert.
Little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I did double hammer. I hammered the boulder and the lock. I was going for it.
Yeah, I couldn't get the second hammer from the card game because I couldn't find the other flower.
Oh, okay. So I assume that's where I made up the time then.
Probably.
Yeah.
I had to do intentional game over on World 7 because I was
Oh.
low on lives.
Oh wow. Yeah, that World 7 was really odd. I didn't like it.
And both races were pretty close throughout as well.
Yeah, the first race, wow, the finish on the quad being only 8 seconds apart at the end. Holy smokes. That was fun.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I kind of played really bad that first seed. I don't know what it was. Sometimes you just have a bad game. It's just like an off night. I couldn't get out of 8-1. And then I was like, well, I'm going to be last. But
World 8 was very World 8 in the first seed, but good thing I decided to save that P-Wing.
yeah. It was kind of World 80 in the second seed, though, too.
Yeah, pretty much. I should have just done that non-tank the first time in a row.
Yeah, I was just looking for Bowser's Castle, but I kept coming across all the forts. So I was like, well, I better play these, because they're right on the way. So I think it was like the last pipe I checked was like the correct one. And I thought I was way behind at that point.
Yeah, that was what was required to get to that pipe. But you need to beat them to get to the pipe, but not to build the bridges. Because no bridges was required in the second one. But the first seed, 3 bridges were required just to get to Bowser's Castle. That was rude.
Yeah, most bridges I've seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't easy to get to all the forts on that seed also. I remember entering like 40 pipes in total or something.
Oh yeah. Also, Sumo hitboxes. What are those?
The hitboxes, I swear, in these retro style games, hitboxes can do some very weird things.
Yes, I can.
Look, it was Ludwig, Wendy, and that one boomerang brother. Seriously, how?
Yeah, we've seen the Sludge Bros like, wait. What are the hitboxes in this case?
Yeah.
The game being unfair, apparently.
And that boss bass at the beginning set the tone for me.
Oh yeah, was Bass. I was hit, I think, 3 times by him in both seats.
Yeah, that second seed had a lot of boss bass early. And it was like, where'd all this come from?
Yeah, who rolled these seeds?
I can
Leslie.
confess to rolling the first one. Our restreamer rolled this second one.
Okay.
The first seed looked to be the more fun seed until like World 8 decided to be World 8.
Yeah, because we thought sub 30 could happen, but well, World 8 caused that dream
Yeah,
to disappear
World 8.
pretty much.
Yeah, I thought you would have had a sub 30 on that one, ibuba, but unfortunately, World 8 said no.
Yeah, I still think sub 30 was possible if I, would have played better. But nah, after that World 8, I was like, nah, whatever is fine. I just want to finish this.
And speaking of finish, ibuba, you have finished your group at 6-0, and that's going to be quite the treat to get one of the top seeds, I bet.
Probably, but last year I also got like one of the first seeds, and I was destroyed by Mitch on the quarterfinals.
Meanwhile, as I'm looking through here through the groups, and both groups still have the potential for possible tiebreaker situations. Will they happen? Remains to be seen. Because we've still got a lot of Mario Randomizer to go, folks, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're not even, I don't think we're even at the halfway point, feels like at this point. Excuse me, at this point.
Well, we've still got about, I'd say, a week and a half to get everything in for the group stages, so there's still plenty of time to get matches in.
Yeah, about 10 days or so, yeah. I've still got my last set of matches.
Yeah, because those last set of matches, I should have said this off the top, but it's a Group F affair in the commentary booth. And we have yet to have our matches. Speaking of matches coming up,
Because you have one coming up yourself, so
that's right, and Dustminion, you're also in tomorrow's quad against Dr. J.
Uh-huh.
And then later on Thursday night is Narfman versus Ace of Arrows.
which should be a good match. And I believe I'm
Yes,
one of the
it
comments
should.
on that one.
Yep, you're coming that one with Human Mustard. And then on Friday, as it stands, at 12:30, Dave Lindo versus Glutamic Acid. At 7, Jet Ab versus Tapatio J. That should be a treat. And then at 9:30, Fred Coughlin, the creator, versus DLP 316.
Oh, can the creator get a couple wins? Because he can play spoiler for that group.
Not only that, I gotta check the challenge standings. No, computer, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, Fred can play spoiler. Big time for that.
Speaking of, Dave Lindo can also play spoiler, because with a sweep would actually jump into bracket positioning, while glutamic acid just needs 1.
Mm.
As for Fred,
He needs a
well, if Fred sweeps, Ryko Rider advances to brackets. If
And it
DLP takes 1 of 2, then we're going to have ourselves a tiebreaker.
And with the Ace of Arrows versus Nerfman, if Ace of Arrows wins both of their matches, we got a 3-way tiebreaker. But if Ace loses 1, Nerfman will advance. So there's a lot on riding on these matches. And that's a Group K match, so...
And before we get too carried away, please be sure to follow the runners that were on the quad tonight. prieR, the names in chat: prieR57, ibuba7, ZodiacDredd, and Dustminion. Heck of a show by all 4 runners. Very well played.
Give them all a follow, so... Even give Leslie a follow as well.
And Sharky 1 too, if you are so inclined. So with that, any final thoughts on the seed?
Not for me. I think I said all I needed to.
Yeah, the same. I want to forget that last one.
That I want to forget that desert land even existed.
Let's forget this and move on.
I guess we can't forget to also follow all the SpeedGaming channels. So, and there's a lot of them.
Yep, 1 through 6, and that was a very good segue.
Yep, I enjoyed it.
As did I, Sharky. Once again, a blast to come with you as always. And with that, let's see what else is on the Speed Gaming docket for. So currently going on Speed Gaming 3 is Azure Dreams, along with the Link to the Past Random Daily Race on Speed Gaming 5. So, anything else, Sharky, or is that covered?
I think that pretty much covers it. I guess final saying for me is, well, hopefully everybody enjoyed the show and that. Just watch out for the boss passes and not get eaten by one because, you know, they get hungry, they will go after you. So that's what I got to say.
Alright, and with that, that's gonna do it for our 4 runners on Race Stream. For my co-commentator Sharky2107 and everyone behind the scenes at Speed Gaming, I'm Leslie Pro. Take care. See you next time. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.